Okay. I'm glad we have some people here. So I am Betsy, and I am here with two lovely souls, Melissa, Mel, and Renee. And they don't know what they're getting into with me. But they have signed up to be a part of Reclaim, which is this program that starts on Monday, which in all honesty, I'm feeling both excited and scared about, because I always go through, whenever I teach a big program, I seem to like go through it in my own way, in an intense way, prior to the start of it or during it. And this one has been no different. Like these last 2 weeks have been a really like deep descent for me. And I knew that as I was descending, I was like, oh yeah, this is because Reclaim is coming. Reclaim is coming. So both of these lovelies have signed up for it. And so I want them to talk a little bit about why, like this 6-month program, which is about going in and down. It's the heroine's journey. It's about meeting the self, reclaiming the self, finding inner truth, working through our wounded feminine, like where we've disconnected from our inner feminine, and healing our inner masculine. Like most of us have a toxic masculine because we live in a patriarchal culture. So we're working to sort of heal and work with both of these. It's a 6-month process, or we're making it a 6-month process. It might be longer or shorter, I don't know. And then we descend right around fall equinox, and we come out at spring equinox. It's a 6-month thing. So I'm going to quit talking because I'm super curious about both of them. Which one of you wants to go first?
Oh, go ahead, Mel.
So go ahead, Mel. About why? Like, what is it about the timing, the program that you're drawn to?
Is to get through winter. That's always the hardest part of the year for me. I find myself already trying to cram everything in before the days get too short, it gets too cold. The other reason is a couple years ago, I started this journey. I've felt this, there's something more, there's like a nugget of something more for me. And so I haven't figured out what that is yet, but I've been trusting the process. I've been going through all the steps, doing more yoga, meditation, learning more about myself. And I think now I'm ready for that step to go in and down, and you just continue through this journey and this process. And I think part of that nugget is going through this process and doing the journey. So I'm really excited for Reclaim. I also work in a very masculine environment. And I tend to have a lot of pain on my right side. So I'm looking forward to learning more about the differences between the masculine and the feminine, and healing that masculine and pulling out more of that feminine in myself.
I love how you know that there's a nugget, there's something more, because I actually think that's super universal. Like we all know we have more potential. There's something more. And yeah, I agree. There's this process of we have to go in to find. I think that's the heroine's journey. Like we know there's something more. We just don't know what it is. And then I love it because I'm realizing, I don't think I'm oversharing, but both of you and I, both of us, we all talked one-on-one prior to the start of this program. And you were like, I have all this stuff on my right side. I'm like, I have all this stuff on my right side. And then I talked to you that same day. You're like, I have all this stuff on my right side. Kate, you have all this stuff on your right side. Yeah. Okay. So let's just take a moment before we go to you to talk about like, what's this right side stuff? The right side is considered the masculine side of the body. So it's the action doing, like literally for me, it's the foot on the gas. Like you have literally your right foot on the gas, right? And that's so symbolic of like what we've all been trained in, is what we're going to talk about in this program. Fathers, daughters is sort of the Jungian term, is this idea for us to achieve, we had to have our foot on the gas. We had to go for it. We had to be active. We had to not rest. We had to be competitive. We had to give it our all. And it's like, it's burned out our right side, or there's all this injury. So where's yours? Mine's right hip.
Lower back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SI joint.
Shoulder.
Head,
Shoulders,
knees,
the whole right.
The whole right side. Where's your right side?
Mostly my
Your
right knee, but my right hand as well.
Yeah. So what I'm curious because I didn't know my inner masculine was as like toxic. I knew I had all this shit on my right side, but I hadn't made that connection. But what I'm curious is we all sort of do this inner healing. First, we have to heal feminine first. This is like, there is an order. Like the feminine is the chalice. The feminine is the grail. The feminine is the, so we have to heal feminine first. And then the feminine, how symbolic is this? The feminine heals the masculine. So we got to work, but we're going to work with our left first. But what I'm curious is all this stuff we're carrying on our right side, your hip, my SI joint, your knee, like, does it somehow shift energetically and some of the pain clear when we do this deeper work? Renee.
Yeah. Well, I told you, I don't know why I'm here. I said I don't know, but I knew as soon as I heard about the program that I was going to do it, but I didn't sign up until a little bit later because I thought, oh, I don't have time. I have enough things going on, but I have been peeling back the layers over the last couple of years. Actually, Mel and she took me to an event that Betsy was at, her experience almost, 2.5 years ago.
Start of COVID. It was
yeah.
right at the beginning of COVID.
And that's when my journey started. And so Betsy has never led me astray. So we even went to Costa Rica and the layers, the layers have been clearing. And what is the fourth door from the book, Women Who Run with the Wolves? Is it, you want a deeper?
Yeah. Okay. So there's 4 doors to the wild woman, or we could talk about it just a more true essence. The first one, I'm not going to be able to remember them, but the 4th door I do know. One is, there was pain in the past. There was an injury in the past. Another one was, what? Yeah. The 4th door is, I love this guy in the water so much. It almost hurts.
Yes.
And then the 4th door is that a deeper, more sane life. Like it's like I know that there's a more sane life and I want a deeper, more sane life. That's your door.
That's why I'm here. Every time I hear them, I'm like, yes, that's what I want.
I want a deeper life and a more sane life.
And I've done a little bit of shadow work recently, and I have found another book that I'm reading is helping me identify that I was projecting a lot of my things, blaming, relationships, blaming work, blaming kids, motherhood. And then something clicked recently where I thought, no, actually, this is all your own shit that you need to heal. And so I'm like, I need help with that. And I know that Betsy has done the work and I trust her. And so I'm excited to have her guide me on this journey. I just need to be accountable. And I mean, that weekly thing for me to force me to journal, because I can always find a million other things to do. So I really need the accountability and the guidance. So that's why I'm here and I'm excited. Yes.
Well, and the other thing that I'm realizing just sitting in the midst of the two of you is that so many of the women I talked about said it's sort of that 4th door idea that I want a more sane life. And actually I want people in my life who are more sane. Right? Because the world is toxic. There's a lot of toxicity. And if people aren't committed to the path of in and down, we do project, we do get into unhealthy situations. Right. And so I think if you're in this group where we're all committed to like, I'm going in and down and doing my work, then inherently we're able to connect with each other at purer levels. Do you remember like in Costa Rica, we're doing all this healthy work and it's like the depth of connection and the health of the connection. Like there's no talking behind people's back. There's no, can you believe what she said? Which again is a toxic feminine thing we all have to clear, is that like talking about people. So this group that we're creating is going to be really safe and, held for all of us, which I think is quite powerful.
It's a safe space,
Or as safe as we can make it. Yeah. So, okay. Thank you, lovies. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah. Thank you for your bravery and your courage. And we're going to do this. And if you want to do it too, there's more information on this video about how you can join us for Reclaim. All right. Thanks, everyone. Yay.